Hello and welcome back to another video on the Rannerz YouTube channel. Today we're looking at the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. It's a good formation, don't get me wrong. It's very counter-attacky. If you like kind of absorbing that pressure, then breaking, getting in true balls, left, right, center, those little three up top, the striker, cam, the link up play, this is the one for you. It is really effective. So today we'll take you through all the custom tactics you need from ultra defensive, attacking, and of course ultra attacking. Guys, we're going for 200 likes in 24 hours on this video. Big ask, but this one's a banger and I believe we can do it. Let's get into the video. Are you fed up of coming against God Squad game in and game out?
What?
If so, make sure to check out U7 Buy for cheap, fast, and reliable coins. And don't forget to use RAN at checkout for an extra discount. So here is my lovely Road to Glory team. Now you'll notice we're chilling with the boy Bale, but we're playing 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. How does that work? Well, in game, Bale will be rocking at the left center mid position for us. You'll understand why in just a little bit, but for now just notice like 53 interceptions is not the worst thing in the world this year because interceptions are quite powerful anyway, so you kind of get away with low defense. But also the way he gets utilized in this, you do need to be able to shoot. His shooting, especially that long shot and shot power stat, is huge. Obviously if you had somebody like Bruno Fernandes, De Bruyne, these sort of guys, obviously that would be way better, but we're on a budget here, so we'll make do with what we have. In the custom tactics here, you'll see we have ultra defensive, attacking, and ultra attacking. Ultra defensive for when you're shutting up shop, you've won the game, you just want to time waste and park the bus, that's your one. Defensive, this is what I start games on. So for you guys wondering, what do you start on? I start on defensive and go from there. If that's not working, if I can't score, if I start losing, we move on to attacking. A little bit more aggressive, you'll see with the instructions and whatnot. And then finally, if I'm down by like 2 goals, the game's nearly over. It's all out attack. We're running with the tried and trusted 4-2-2. Been using it for about 3 years now. It just works every single year. It is the best tactics to win the ball back, hands down. Let's start off with the ultra defensive. Here you're gonna see pretty slow pace. We got the 30 depth, slow build up, possession, 70 width. We're holding the ball, we're sitting deep. It's pretty self-explanatory. This just is to time waste and not let in any extra goals. Go over here to instructions. We got getting behind on Felix so he can keep it going. Come back on defense on Fekir and Bale and Carrasco. With the wingers, we have stay wide and get in behind and get in to the box for a cross. Pretty easy. Stay back, cover centers on the CDMs, nothing revolutionary about that. And then of course the stay back while attacking on both fullbacks to just round up that incredibly defensive solid unit. Like everybody is just compact and sitting back. And with how good goalkeepers are, as long as you stop long shots, you're not going to be conceding with those tactics. On to defensive. Now this is where the 4-1-2-1-2 narrows tactics video really starts. We're looking at balanced 50 with 50 depth. I like keeping my defense plain and simple this year. Nothing crazy. Build up play, we're going with balanced for the build up play. But then chance creation, we're going with direct passing. So what does this do? New feature this year. Let's go through it in a little bit more detail. First time kind of running through it, I feel. So as you can see, it says once the team enters the attacking zone with possession, players will create chances by making runs for passes into space behind the opposing backline. So essentially, when you get into the final third near your opponent's box, your team changes. So it's relatively normal balanced build up till then, but then as soon as you kind of get near your opponent's box, things change. You start to see runs going left and right. You're seeing people dart in behind, go out wide, just create opportunity everywhere, and you can play through these passes. Or what I like to do, use them as bait. And you'll see later in the gameplay, the goal I scored with Bale, if you watch closely, it's from these runs that are created with the direct passing that allow for that opportunity to happen. Next, we got width 50. You don't want to be going any higher or lower with this. If you go higher, you might as well just play a wide formation. If you go lower your thing is just too narrow and everybody just gets stuck on top of each other and it's too hard to pass the ball around. Players box 4, pretty standard, one-on-one on corners and free kicks, because we are not getting counter-attacked around here. Absolutely not. That's how I'm lining up in game. You can see Bale is sitting at that left center mid position. Strikers here, ideally you would want more pace. You would want 2 90+ pace strikers. I do not recommend João Felix for this. João Felix could definitely work as a cam in this formation, but as a striker, his sprint speed and acceleration truly do let him down, because you are playing so many true balls and you're counter-attacking so much that his lack of pace does truly become an issue, unfortunately. The reason we have drift wide on them is to kind of open up, pull away those center backs, and what will end up happening is Fekir here, who's on stay forward, with that direct passing instructions, ends up running through the middle. So what happens a lot of the time is Carrasco drags one center back to the right, Felix drags one center back to the left, and Fekir actually makes a run through the middle, which you can play with one of your midfielders. Over here on the left we have Bale. He is on cover wing. Make sure you have cover wing and balanced, so he does get forward. You'll see our right center mid, however, is stay back while attacking, and our CDM is stay back while attacking. So they do cover for while Bale moves up the pitch. Right and left back, you might be surprised to see we're actually going with stay back while attacking on this. This is because this is how I start a game. I don't want to start a game and instantly concede because my fullback is out of position. That's not what I'm letting happen. Absolutely no way. If those help, make sure to leave a like. But here we'll move on to the attacking. Here's where it gets a bit more interesting. This is maybe a 4-1-2-1-2 now that you're more used to seeing. It's got that little extra bite about it. Very pacey, very counter-attacky. Has bodies forward, but of course is liable to getting counter-attacked itself with the lack of defense staying back while attacking. Defense style, same as always, we're going balanced 50-50. We'll play once again balanced. However, here we're going with the forward runs. This really does make your players make crazy runs, and it puts a lot of players up the pitch. This, coupled with the instructions that we use, really does make it a completely overpowering formation while attacking. Like, you have a lot of options, you got a lot of space. You really feel like you're gonna score each attack. However, you lose that ball in a bad area, and let's just hope you have St. Just and Lacroix as your center backs, bro, because you need people to be hunting them down. You need pace with your center backs in this. If you're gonna be running this particular formation, you can make adjustments, but if you're using my tactics, I would recommend fast center backs for this. With 50, pleasant box 4, corners 1, free kicks 1, same as defensive. Now under the instructions. This time we're doing just get in behind with the 2 strikers. Stay forward on Fekir. Here, the game plan's a little different. With the forward passing, Felix and Carrasco are just going to be making really good runs. So you don't want them drifting wide because they actually can't get into scoring opportunities. Here, you actually want them a bit more central so that they can get that true ball and pretty much run through on goal. Here, you want to play the ball to Fekir and then have them 2 running ahead and play one of them through. On left, once again, we have Bale unbalanced. We have stay back while attacking on DePaul and Camavinga. But then this time, we do have balanced fullbacks, which obviously contributes to the attack. It's great that you have those wide players. That's another reason why the strikers on drift wide, because they don't need to be. The fullbacks provide the width. But of course, when it comes to counter attack, you have DePaul. See, he even goes up sometimes, so you can be left with just your 2 center backs and your CDM, which obviously is very hard to defend with just those. That's why I recommend using this if you're already losing the game. There's no need to start off in this and potentially give up an early goal just because your fullbacks were up attacking. But anyways, guys, we'll head into the gameplay now. If these tactics help you in any way, make sure to like. If you got some questions, leave it in the comments. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, let's get into the gameplay. Ooh, that was a little shaky. This game was a little shaky. The defense was just, it was not on point. Although, show me the XG. Yeah, I mean, we definitely had a high XG, but defensively we were struggling. I blame my terrible backlines. What, like 3k? It is awful. And this guy had Messi, so not very fair. But anyways, let's get into the goals. Here, the first one, literally I just catch and lacking, go for the interception, finesse Felix. Pretty standard. Here, you're gonna see Bale has 2 goals. So let's talk about why Bale at left center mid is so important. Now, if you had somebody, you really just need somebody with decent shooting, but let's look at this. Not a whole lot going on. Got Bale here, chilling. I got one question for you. Did you watch the shooting tutorial. Because if you did, you know exactly what's about to happen. One touch, get out of free, bang, not timed, normal shot, goalkeeper, useless, goal. Then, second chance, pass it inside, do a little tasty 1-2, bell again, bang, goal. Very simple, but that's why your center mid, the one that you have on balance, needs to be able to shoot, man, because they get in those areas time and time again. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this custom tactics video, be sure to leave a like. We're going once again for 200 likes in 24 hours on this one. It is a big ask, but you know what? I believe we can do it, guys.